How do you feel about the fact that Keir Starmer now does not stand by the pledges he was elected on? Some of them, especially renationalisation, he even put in a letter to yourself.
Well, look, first of all, our focus today is actually on our own members who are taking strike action for the first time in 35 years because they're disgusted at the actions of the CEO, Philip Jansen of BT Group and the board, and they're desperate for a substantial pay rise, and we're going to deliver that for them. When it comes to Labour, personally, I think that Labour are in danger of becoming irrelevant to the debate that's going on across the whole of society now. And I think it seems to me that the current Labour leadership believe that they can win a general election, win power without any principles or policy, and that's just wrong. And some of their actions are wrong. But I mean, for me, it's about the trade union movement now and community organisations filling the vacuum. When you look at the current situation politically with the Tory party, who would have believed that you would have two ultra-Thatcherite potential leaders of the country both arguing about who's mismanaged the economy the most in the last 6 months? I mean, it really is staggering. And the economy has been mismanaged, and there's an imbalance of power and wealth in the economy that has to be addressed. And at the same time, Labour think it's right to have a go at working people who are standing up for themselves, and I think that will just continue now.
Trade union representation is much lower in the private sector than it is in the public sector. What more can be done to reach people in workplaces that don't currently have a union?
Well, I think that we have to now come together as trade unions. I think there's been too much, dare I say it, internal competition to organise workers. And what's important now is that workers in the private sector know that trade union values and the way that trade unions will operate will stand up for them wherever they are, whatever type of work that they've got. So I would support absolutely a number of things to bring about a different situation and grow the movement. One would be common bargaining agendas signed up to by trade union leaders across sectors of the economy. We've been calling for that for about 3 years now. I think people are ready to look at that now. That will create the race to the top, and we can then take forward terms and conditions of all workers. Secondly, I think it's time for proper collaboration between unions in looking at different and alternative models of trade unionism that can reach workers wherever they are. And we're up for that as a CWU, and I hope and I think other unions will be as well.
Are you optimistic about the future of the Labour movement?
I'm very optimistic always about the future of the Labour movement, but I believe that you do things that you can sort of develop, and strategies, that I don't want to get too sidetracked by what other people do. I think what matters is what we do. My simple message today, why I think I can be optimistic, is because what we're saying, what other unions are saying, is every worker counts or no worker counts.
And do you have a message for your members who are currently on picket lines all over the country?
Yeah, the message to our members is, we really thank them for their support, their loyalty. It is difficult at the moment to take strike action in the current cost of living crisis. And my message to our members will be that we will take stock after the strike on Monday. We will come back with a wider strategy, and we will pile the pressure on Philip Jansen, the CEO of BT Group, because he cannot be allowed to get away with destroying people's lives at the same time as he's lining his own pockets.